Hello, racing fans. Welcome back to the channel for another episode in our Stable Talk series. And I'm delighted to be joined again for a third season by Gary Moore. Gary, how's things? Are you okay?
Yeah, fine at the moment. Thank you very much. Too
Good,
bad.
good. I suppose it's starting to get a little bit exciting now with obviously the jump season on the horizon. What's the mood like in the yard at the moment?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Normal, everything seems to be going okay at the moment. And we're getting a nice drop of rain now, so we're able to go on the grass a bit more. And yeah, it doesn't really happen till sort of late October, November, does it really? Like you're scratching around looking for races, and horses aren't ready. And I haven't rushed anything.
Good,
For
good.
the simple reason, like we were so firm, like you can't believe how firm it is, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
just ridiculous summer.
It was a bit similar last year, wasn't it, as well? Really
Yeah,
dry.
it
Yeah.
was, but you'd be early, like I've never ever. I mean, I've only been here 17 years, but I've never ever had to drill the ground to get my hurdles back in.
Wow.
That's how firm it is here.
I mean, I suppose obviously you're busy with the jumps coming up, but you've been having plenty of winners on the flat as well. Obviously, give it to me. OJ won for you the other day in good fashion as well, Gary. So you're plenty busy, I suppose, all year round for the most.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you have to be, to keep your head above water at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, it's great to know that you've got some good horses to go and do battle with this year, Gary. I'm going to read them off in no particular order, actually, just as I've sort of listed them up myself. But we'll
Sure.
start with Salver, Gary. He's a 5-year-old by Motivator. He was brilliant for you as a juvenile, obviously, plenty of wins, and then finished third in the Triumph Hurdle. You chucked him in the deep end last year, and he handled Graded Company no problem, finishing second to Blue King Daru at Sandown. How has he been with another sort of summer on his back for this season?
Yeah. He looks to me like he's done exceptionally well. He seems to be in a better frame of mind at the moment. Um, what he'll do when we start schooling him over fences, I don't know, but that's what his aim will be. Hopefully he go novice chasing this year.
Perfect, perfect. Because he has had some, big experience already. Is it the case that you're going to see how he scores before deciding to send in fences? Is that what you
I,
mean?
I did school him at the end of last season before we turned him away. I was happy enough. I didn't overscore him because we were getting quick then.
Yeah,
And now we're getting the rain. I get my fences repacked sooner rather than later,
yeah.
and we'll get him scoring again. Yeah,
You're quite adamant that he needs soft ground to be.
he does need soft ground. Yeah, he's probably a bit on the slow side, so he needs that soft ground to slow them down. Definitely.
You have a lovely horse I just mentioned there as well called Give It To Me OJ. He won the novices sort of the final handicap hurdle for you at Sandown. He's actually won his last two. He's now rated 143. Of course, you said he won on the flat the other day. You must be delighted with him. He's improved all season long, and I suppose it gives you plenty of aspirations with him going forward, I suppose.
He's going to need to have a mark of 143, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's bonkers as far as I'm concerned, really. But
He looks smart though. He looks smart.
yeah, he is. He is smart, and he's a big horse, and he can only go forward. But hence, we'll stick for the flat while we've still got a handicap mark that's kind of workable.
Yeah,
We're,
yeah.
we're jumping. I mean, if the ground came up soft, he would run in the free handicap at Chepstow.
Excellent.
But
Okay.
that would be it has to be soft ground there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm very much looking forward to him for this season. He seems massively progressive. Cairos, Gary, won his point to point, won his bumper. He was 5 lengths behind Bambino Fever at Cheltenham. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of talk about this horse at the moment, but rightly so because he's got a lot of potential, hasn't he?
Yeah, but whether I'll be training him in a month's time, I don't know. I very much hope so, but there's no point in really him saying anything more because I can't think that I'll be training him after the sale.
Okay.
I hope
Interesting.
I hope I am, but I very much, everybody knows what he's done. He was unlucky in the Cheltenham bumper. He should definitely have won in Ireland, and he's just a nice horse. Like I'd be very very sorry to lose him.
Yeah, well, it'd be great if you do get to keep him absolutely because he's full of potential, Gary. So best of luck if
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Le Patron, a nice Grade One winner for you. He won the King Henry VIII for you, and he's rated 150 over fences. He's sort of in that company, isn't he? Where he's right at the top of a handicap, or
Yeah,
he's going to be, chucked into graded company. But how has he been over the summer? Again, you must be delighted the fact you've got a Grade One out of him as well.
yeah. I mean, it's probably ruined it for the rest of
Yeah.
last season as well. But like he probably got to have probably the far better horse on very soft ground. Um, but he's probably £5 too high, if I'll be honest with you.
Okay. Okay.
Even £10 too high, really. Like he's not quite. Okay, he won a Grade One, but I think it might not have been the strongest Grade One there was. Um, that day jumped very, very well. Got a great ride by David Noonan, and he nicked the race. But I think that might have been the undoing of him.
Okay, fair enough. Have you got a sort of starting point or any long-term target, or are you just going to see how it goes with it?
No, like we look to go for the biggest handicaps. I think he's probably out of graded class.
Okay. Paddy
Um,
Power, maybe?
yeah, he could be a Paddy Powell's, or as a race at Ascot quite early on as well. But he is a little bit more ground dependent. Some very high knee action. He does need to. He's a bit like Salver, really. He's slow basically, and they
Okay.
need to slow the others down.
A legend for you, Gary. Botox has multiple Grade Two winner over hurdles.
Yeah.
Could have another big season in him yet. Okay.
Well, you hopeful. At least he's got rid of that Grade One penalty that he had
Yeah,
last
yeah.
year. So he'll probably take the same route as he did last year. Start off at Weatherby. If he's good enough, then all well and good. But if not, we'll have just to get him handicapped
Okay, excellent.
because he's not getting any younger. He's danced every dance at the top
Yeah,
level,
yeah.
and like he's 8 years old, rising nine, and he's had his best years. I think.
Been a great servant for you, though. Is he another that probably needs soft?
He does need it soft, yeah, definitely, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Softer the better.
excellent. Mark of Gold, Gary. Again, Grade Two winner for you over fences. He seems particularly good going right-handed at Ascot, Kempton, Sandown, those flatter right-handed tracks. Is that something by design?
Exeter, no, he go anyway. You wouldn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what way. You go left, right, down the middle,
Okay.
whatever you like. He's just an all-round, amazing all-rounder. He's
Proper
quite,
professional at home.
yeah, unbelievable horse. It was a funny thing the other day. They said to Richard Hannon after Roussillon got beat, "What's the best horse you're involved with?" He said that the horse just got beat there, and they said, "No, it's Mark of Gold because
Oh,
Richard Hannon has a share in him," sort of
oh,
thing.
brilliant. Fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, he's just an amazing horse. Um, he's probably going to end up in Paddy Power or something first time out. Yeah, he'll run in Goodwood in the amateurs race at the end of the
Excellent.
month. Yeah,
Some nice horses there already. You've got a few more to go through with you as well. Of course, you've got a Welsh national winner with the name of Nassalam.
yeah,
Um, he's definitely obviously on a higher mark now, but again, he's still only eight, Gary. And again, I know he needs soft ground, but
yeah.
I reckon you may be able to get another big pot out of this fella too.
Well, his target will be the Welsh national again.
Brilliant.
Hopefully, but he's in the hands of a handicapper.
To just see how it goes through.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous going up 16 for winning the Welsh national. And to be off the mark he has, you're a Gold Cup horse, and he's not a Gold Cup horse.
Understood. Yeah, that makes sense.
So uh, if he's had a year off, he's missed a year. If they drop him, they normally drop him 5 for a year off. Knowing that bloke, he probably won't because he's not a nice man. So it all depends on what sort of mark he gets before we kind of make a plan for him. But he comes to hand quite early, so he'll be out earlier than. But he won't run or anything worse than soft ground.
Okay, interesting. Okay, thank you very much. You've got a lovely chaser actually over fences. He's only rated 110 at the moment. Jack Sparrow Gray. He's gone and won 4 out of 4 for you over fences.
Yeah.
I mean, look, surely that still underestimates him if he's
To be quite honest, he's suffered an injury. And he'll
okay.
miss the season. He'll miss the season.
That's a shame. I'm
Yeah.
sorry about that because he's a lovely horse.
Yeah.
Mondo Man, Gary, who you got from France. He was 3 lengths behind Lulambre on his debut, and he's obviously got that group form on the flat too. Again, he's one I could see you running on the flat. I could see you sending him over fences, and could do anything with this boy, could you?
Yeah, he could. He could run. I mean, he would be running over fences. I don't quite, not quite sure. He had a setback. He's back in training again now. It was a silly thing that happened, and so he will. Whether he go for something like the Masterson hurdle at Cheltenham or
Mhm.
not, I don't know. It just depends on what sort of handicap mark they've got. They'll take it off the fact he was second to Lalumba,
Sure.
and and so on. But he can run the straight novice or maiden hurdle,
Yeah.
So yeah, there's quite a few options, but the main option will be getting to Ascot next year.
What's he like to train at home? 'Cause he's been quite keen, hasn't he, on the track?
Yeah, he is quite keen. He's settling down now. He's growing up now, and
Okay.
it might have been a blessing in disguise that he had 3 months off.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much. Moving on, lovely horse. Well, you've got two nice horses for the Adams. The first one's Silk and Steel, one from one over hurdles, and then you chucked him straight back on the flat again. What's the idea behind this fella? Because again, he looks plenty talented, Gary.
Yeah, it's the idea is he's for sale.
Okay,
The owner the owner buys horses to sell on, and he'll run again. Um, I don't know whether he run over hurdles or back on the flat. The owner was keen to get a flat win out of him because he's got the next foal yearling after brother, or something, So and it looks better on the page that he's a winner on the flat as well. Um, but he could go back. He could go back jumping. He could run the flat. It depends on what the ground's going to be doing.
okay, interesting. They also have the Boss Bear, second by half a length, and then bolted up in a bumper. Is it going to be a similar plan or keep him
No,
from the
he'll go
hurdles?
straight. He'll go straight jumping, straight novice
He will.
hurdling. Yeah,
Fantastic. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a nice sort. Is it?
He
Will it
is,
be?
he is a nice horse. Yeah, it wasn't straightforward his preparation. He,
Okay,
he won well. So what he beat, I don't know, but time will tell.
sure. Okay, excellent. And then finally, you've got a lovely French recruit. I don't know how much you can tell me about him yet, called Mac Toad. He won at Vichy by Beaumac de Hooley. He was real gritty in the finish.
Yeah, looked as green as grass that day. Um, Josh Atley bought him with Jacob Pritchard Webb.
mm,
They went to France and bought him. They liked him. Funny enough, he scored the first time for us this morning. Jumped very well. He could be anything. I don't know.
okay,
I
yeah.
like the way he won in France. He's a big horse, like he's 16-2. So where we look to run him at one of the better tracks, juvenile hurdles.
He's by Beaumac de Hooley, who's becoming quite a popular sort of stallion at the moment. When you go to the sales, are you looking for particular sort of pedigrees, or is it more sort of physicalities that you look for in horses?
All three personally,
Okay.
like you look at the pedigree, you look at the, the horse itself,
Yeah, yeah.
what sort of horse it is, you can't just go on pedigrees alone,
Sure, sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I've noticed sort of thing that people are saying about sort of like walk in the parks being sort of stays, but obviously we've got like John Bon and things have been
yeah,
running at like 2 miles.
yeah,
So yeah, just always intrigued to know. And the final question then, Gary, is just a horse to follow for the coming season. Doesn't have to be your best horse, but just one that we can have a bit of fun with. You think will do plenty of winning as the season goes on.
yeah. We like a horse called Fashion Hunter.
Okay, okay.
He was ready to run. The ground came too quick, put him away. Um, his work was always very good. We liked him a lot. So he's quite a nice horse. Uh, uh,
Is how old is he, Gary?
he's a 4-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah,
He hasn't ran for you yet?
never run in his life. He's too big.
And that's Fashion Hunter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Excellent,
yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
Okay, excellent. Two more actually, Gary. Finally, because
Yeah.
you like them. Isra Dairy,
Issar or Iskar? What one?
Izar.
Issar. What one's that?
They're quite similar. They got the
Uh,
same colours, similar name.
yeah. It's nice horse. Got to have nice ground. Um, he might just be a little bit high in the handicap, but he's a decent horse. Hit the crossbar a few times last year. Unlucky not to win, really. But yeah, nice horse and a horse we look forward to for the current
Um,
season. In the 2 mile handicaps around Ascot, Newbury, and places like that.
Yeah, I'd love to see
Yeah,
him at Newbury. He seemed to act well there last year as well, so very
yeah.
excited. And finally, Iskar, considering you mentioned
This guy
him.
there, yeah, like he's a horse that came out of nowhere, um, sort of thing. He looked all right, and then he went wrong, missed a year, and he last season he did nothing but impress me, really. He might still have a bit of mileage left on the clock.
Love it.
I hope so, but he's galloping good and everything. Very happy with him.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Barry, bar the what did you mention? Bumpers, hurdles. Gary, that's everything. I've got them all down. Thank you so much for your time today.
No problem.
I appreciate it again. We'll catch up again next season, but of course,
Yeah.
all the best for the season ahead.
Okay, lovely.
Thanks a lot, Barry.
Bye
Thanks a
bye.
lot. Thanks, Gary.
Bye
Cheers,
bye.
Gary.